Have you ever been told to look on the bright side when all you really wanted was for someone to just say, that must be hard? In a world that seems obsessed with positivity, we sometimes forget that real strength isn't in pretending everything is okay, it's in being honest about when it is not. Toxic positivity can silence pain, isolate us, and turn recovery into a performance. And I know this firsthand because I've been there. Welcome back to InspireAbility, the channel where we talk about resilience in its real, raw, and sometimes messy form. I'm Ruby, and today we're unpacking something many of us face but rarely name, the immense pressure to always be positive. After my accident, people meant well. They'd say things like, "You're so strong, you're such an inspiration," or "God gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers." But behind those well-intentioned words, I felt trapped inside an image of strength that I didn't always feel. Positivity became this mask I wore to make everyone else feel comfortable, while underneath it, I was quietly grieving, adjusting, and trying to heal. Today, I want to challenge the idea that positivity is always the answer, because sometimes authenticity is the real strength in the workplace and even in many support environments. There's this unspoken rule: stay upbeat. We smile through pain, we say "I'm fine" even when we're falling apart, and we package our challenges neatly so that we don't make other people feel awkward. It's the performance of positivity, and let me tell you, it is exhausting. I remember sitting through meetings right after my accident, forcing a smile as my colleagues told me, "You're so resilient." They didn't see the bone-deep fatigue. They didn't see the tears after the Zoom call ended, or the daily frustration of adapting to a new normal. I wasn't trying to deceive anyone. I was just trying to be what they expected me to be, but that expectation was suffocating. It taught me that my sadness was unacceptable, my vulnerability inconvenient. And here's the thing, when we suppress what's real, we rob ourselves and others of the chance to form a genuine connection. So let's talk about the psychology behind this. Toxic positivity isn't about being optimistic, it's about invalidation. It's what happens when people rush to reframe your pain before they've even acknowledged it. Psychologically, this creates a major disconnect. You start to doubt your own feelings. You think to yourself, maybe I'm being too dramatic, or I should just be grateful. In professional settings, this often plays out as a good vibes only culture. Teams start avoiding discomfort instead of actually addressing real issues like burnout, discrimination, or overwhelming stress. And the result? Suppressed emotions, decreased morale, and a total loss of authenticity. But real growth doesn't come from denial. It comes from emotional honesty. It comes from being able to say, "This is really hard," while also saying, "And I trust I'll get through it." One feeling doesn't cancel out the other. They can and often do coexist. I'll never forget a conversation I had with a colleague who said, "Ruby, I really admire how you never complain." And in that moment, it hit me. They hadn't seen the full picture because I had deliberately hidden it. I thought being admired meant being unbreakable, but that's the trap. When positivity becomes a performance, it disconnects us from real empathy. We start inspiring people through an illusion of perfection, not the truth of perseverance, and that illusion harms both sides. The person who is struggling feels completely unseen, and the person watching them feels like they can't show any weakness either. So the cycle just continues, everyone smiling on the outside, and everyone silently struggling on the inside. So what if positivity wasn't about pretending? What if it was about perspective? True positivity acknowledges pain, but chooses hope anyway. It's the ability to say, "This hurts a lot, but I still believe that better days will come." That kind of optimism is incredibly powerful because it's grounded in truth. Professionally, this creates workplaces where people can be fully human, not just productive robots. It fosters trust, authenticity, and real teamwork. And personally, it gives us the space we need to grieve, to rest, and to rebuild ourselves without any shame. So the next time you feel that pressure to just be positive, I want you to pause. Ask yourself, am I suppressing my feelings, or am I actually processing them? Emotional authenticity isn't negativity, it's integrity. It's having the courage to say, "I'm not okay right now," and that's okay. When I started showing up honestly, not as the perfect disabled professional or the constant motivator, I found freedom. People connected with me more deeply because honesty resonates in a way that perfection never ever could. So if no one's told you lately, let me be the one. You don't have to smile through everything. Your truth in all its forms is still beautiful. If this episode resonated with you, I want to hear from you. What's one situation where you felt pressured to stay positive, and what did you really need in that moment instead? Leave your reflections in the comments below. Your story might be the one that gives someone else permission to be real. Please like, share, and subscribe for more authentic conversations on resilience, leadership, and well-being. Because here at InspireAbility, we believe your power lies not in your perfection, but in your truth. Thank you for watching.